So two things about quarterback battles. One, I really think most of the time, not all of the time, but most of the time, the guys competing for the job wind up deciding the starter on their own, like the cream races. You know what I mean? It's just Sam and Cade and Jace were the three guys competing for the job when we first got here. And the goal in spring ball was to teach them the offense. Not that they weren't competing, they're competing every day, but we weren't naming a starter in the spring. And so we got the offense in, we worked on everything we needed to from an offensive standpoint, and we wanted them just to master the system. And then in August, and they did a lot of work. It was a very productive summer that year. And they did, and that really kind of led to the three of them having a chance to demonstrate some leadership ability. And then in August, they competed, and Sam was the more prepared and the more talented, and so I really didn't need to name him. Coach Brown didn't need to name him. He established that himself, and so we started Sam, and the rest is history. Now you come to this season, this off season, and you've got right now arguably two. I say that, and I will tell you, we were very impressed with Connor Harrell's first spring here, and he's a very talented quarterback, and I think people are going to know who Connor Harrell is before his career is over. But the two competing for the starting job right now are Jacoby Criswell and Drake May. But the approach is pretty much the same. We have someone just sent me a statistic yesterday about our offense, and in the last 3 years we've been top 5 in a number of categories, and that's great. And we're proud of it, but that doesn't affect this year. And the reason I brought that up is even though we've been good at a number of things over the course of the last 3 years, every team every year has things they have to get better at. And we've got a list of things that we need to improve on offensively, specifically situational football. And so that was the focus for the spring. And we wanted all of our quarterbacks to focus in on getting better with mastering the offense and helping us get better in terms of how we execute situational football. So that's been the focus for them. They know we're not naming anybody in the spring, and Coach will make that final decision in August camp. And so we're pretty much going to let that thing play out, and we'll make that decision in August at some point.